All right, welcome back to the 40 over 40 Summit. I'm very excited to welcome two stellar women to the stage, Anita Adrain and Cheryl Viczko. Let me tell you a little bit about them. So, Anita Adrain and Cheryl Viczko are the founders of All in Alignment and are known as the stress reduction gurus. They help women understand how everyday environments, possessions, and habits quietly influence stress and well being. Through relatable stories, real life examples, and gentle insights, Anita and Cheryl share how small intentional shifts create more calm, clarity, and support. Their work invites meaningful, holy shift. I love that moments that help women feel more grounded, at ease, and supported in daily life. Welcome, Anita and Cheryl.
Hello, it's fun to be here.
Hello.
Yes,
Yes, thanks
yes.
for having us, Sherry. We love being on your platform and absolutely honor the work that you do in providing this beautiful, safe space for
Hmm.
women to grow and learn and be inspired. You're just a bright, shining star, so thank
Aw.
you.
Thank you too. And I couldn't imagine having a 40 over 40 summit without having you two powerhouse women
Oh,
attending. So thank you for saying yes. And let's jump in to your topic because I know
absolutely.
you guys have so much wonderful information, knowledge, wisdom to share. So, creating calm in a demanding world. Oh my gosh, this is not needed at all right now.
No, 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 no. Nobody feels under pressure or chaotic or stressed. Everything is
Anybody out
perfectly fine.
there feeling like, oh yeah, I could use a little bit more calm? Of course, right? It's pretty crazy time. So I'd love to hear from you both why creating calm in a demanding world was the topic of choice for you today.
Personally, if I am starting my day off in chaos, if
Mm,
I start by everything being bombarded at me, which that's how many people start their day, it ripples out. And then it magnifies during the day because where something starts, that snowball effect or that ripple effect continues out. So if I start out the day chaotic, by the end of the day, I'm frazzled and
true.
frustrated. And right now, there is so much going on energetically in the collective consciousness, in our own towns, in our own homes, in our own cities and countries, and yada, 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 yada. We do need calm. And our homes should be that space
All right.
of calm. Like, look how your body just shifted,
Yeah.
right? We need to have that calm. We need to allow our autonomic nervous system to settle down. That then again trickles out into our health,
Hmm.
how we show up in the world. So, someone who starts the day off calm and can catch themselves during the day, by the end of the day, they're not frazzled, they're not overwhelmed. So, that's why I love the topic. How about
Mhm.
you, my partner?
Well, our tagline is creating sacred spaces. And when you consider how much time the average person spends in their home environment in their lifetime,
Yeah.
right? 30 to 50% of your life is spent in your home environment. And the home is always mirroring or reflecting what's energetically going on in your life.
Mm-hmm.
And so we always say in feng shui, we want to look at the results. What are the current results that are going on for you in your life? Do you feel chaos? Do you feel not grounded? Do you feel scattered? Do you feel emotionally drained? Do you feel exhausted at the end of the day? Well, here's the thing. You can take the cues from your home environment shift some energy in your space that actually will help you to balance out some of those stressors, hence stress reduction guru. And I would suggest, I mean, Cheryl mentioned, you know, if you start out your day in chaos or
Mhm.
being frazzled, we actually recently did some teaching for a group of people, and there was a lot of feedback, and which I found interesting, that the attendees were not spending time on their sleeping spaces in their bedrooms. And they felt the most stress and anxiety when we talked about their environment and which room in the home gave
Hmm.
them the most stress, the most anxiety, the most like, and there were so many of them that were like, oh my God, my closet is this, or my bedroom is
Right.
this, and oh, I don't like going in there. And so again, let's think about if you are spending 30 to 50% of your life in your home environment, and of that time, you're spending approximately 6 to 8 hours a day sleeping
Hmm.
in your bedroom, right? So let's look through our feng shui eyes. We have them somewhere.
I'll grab them.
We like to look through what we call our feng shui eyes energetically to see what's going on because your environment is reflecting that chaos
Wow.
100%. Or it's doing the opposite and reflecting that calm environment. And
Okay, let's see who's
again,
feng
why
shui.
is that so important? There we
What
go. Those are our
touching
feng shui
me.
eyes. We are now looking at your bedroom
Okay.
energetically. Okay. And yeah,
Quick, get
when
your
you go to
clothes on.
sleep,
Yeah. Make your bed. Your feng
when you go
shui
to
eyes are
sleep
on.
at night, you know, what's the last thing that you see before you close your eyes? Well, if it's that closet that's, just growing and
Yes,
jumping
it's
out
the
at
last
you,
thing you're seeing. Yeah.
or the bathroom vanity that's covered with stuff, if that's the last thing that you're impressing upon your subconscious mind before you go to sleep, then yeah, you're going to wake up in the morning and go,
Wow,
where's my
that's
shoes?
so
Where's my
true.
right? And then start yelling at the kids and the husband and the dog
Hmm.
and it just goes from there. Anyways,
So
that's
the
my
reason
short answer.
the reason for that topic is literally that.
Yeah,
We are bombarded and we are so busy, and our environments, our home environment should be that place of calm.
right. And usually, well, I don't want to speak for everyone, but
Yeah.
sometimes for me, it can be that last space that we think about, right? It's kind of like the
Hmm.
mechanic's car, right? He's got the
Correct.
shadiest car or whatever in town because he's busy, or she, they're
Yep.
busy working on everybody else's car. So it's like, well, who has, whatever. I'll get to mine when I'll get to mine.
Hmm.
But what you're suggesting is that's creating far more havoc in your production, in your energy, in your life than you
Hmm.
might think.
100%
Got it?
correct.
I got it.
You got it. You
Okay,
got it.
there's
Well,
so
and
much.
the bedroom space is not one that your girlfriends come. You don't go sit on your bed and have your cup of tea and do the chit chat, right? You do that at the dining room or in the living room. So quite often, we want the living room, the kitchen area spaces in our home to be a little bit more
Presentable.
organized or presentable because, oh my God,
Yeah,
what would other people think,
yeah, yeah,
right? Because we're brought up with these programs
yeah.
that it matters what other people think, and if you don't do this, and
It's
well,
so true.
all of that
I'll
self-sabotage
scrub
thing.
the toilet and wash the sink in that bathroom
Right.
everyone's going to use,
Yeah.
but the bathroom in my
Or
bedroom is
how
not.
many times as women have you gone over to someone's
Hmm.
house or had someone over maybe and you go, "Oh, excuse my
Excuse the
mess.
mess.
Excuse
Oh,
my
yeah,
mess."
yeah.
Oh, just I haven't and then you start making all these excuses of why your home isn't to the level that you think it should be. Well, guess what? This is all about self-love, self-care. If you're spending 30 to 50% of your life in your home environment, you're worth it. That mess, that excuse me for my mess, is affecting your autonomic nervous system. And if it's putting you in stress or, that fight or flight mode, that the brain goes, oh, okay, Sherry needs adrenaline. Oh, Sherry needs cortisol. Oh, right?
Yeah.
Compared to if we're have that
Yeah.
calm space, then the brain goes, let's release some beautiful, oh,
Serotonin.
serotonin, you know,
Yeah.
little, right? And all of that over time affects your immune system. Over time, that's going to affect your overall health and well-being. It just ripples out everywhere. So,
I love it. Oh my gosh. I even so much just in your introduction, I was like, even your 30 to 50%, I'm like, huh, really? I still know a lot of people who, lost jobs or, environments changed during COVID and they're still at home. Like,
Hmm.
I'm definitely home more than 30 to 50% of the time. So I would wonder, not that I'm saying, I'm sure you've done your research, but I'm going, gosh, I wonder if it's even more for a lot of people, right? That they're
likely.
in that.
Very likely. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the other thing I was thinking about, and with economy and stuff like that, I mean, I'm listening to so many women of our age and older who are saying, kids who maybe left are coming back or kids aren't leaving. So
Mhm.
now that bedroom that, was their Zen space is now their office and their bedroom and their, or their office is in a closet or
Mhm.
whatever, because kids are back home or never left,
Hmm.
right? More than ever before, too. So, and then they have all their crap, right? In the house, too. So, I just seeing even more stuff contributing to really needing this space to be more like being really conscious about this space, our home.
Right. And again, what are the results that are currently showing up for you in your life?
Yeah.
Do you feel stressed?
How
Do
do you
you feel
feel?
overwhelmed? Do you
Yeah.
feel anxious? Do you feel scattered? All of those are energetic clues that perhaps your environment is anchoring or reaffirming that feeling, thought, or belief day in and day out. And it becomes this subconscious loop that just keeps playing over and over and over again until you're completely exhausted or burnt out or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, and again, there are clues, right? Do you know that woman that always puts their hand up and says, "Oh, I'll help. Oh, I'll come over.
Right. Yeah.
I'm on the board at the library and I'm at the board at, helping out with the school lunch program." And right, do you know that person that's always doing that? That person
Yeah. It used to be me.
likely is looking to escape
Escape.
their home environment because
Yeah.
it is so overwhelming.
Yes.
Every room that they walk into has
Yeah.
something that's right. The information is coming and they're just being
Overloaded.
bombarded. Their senses are totally overwhelmed because they
Yeah.
don't know where to start.
I
They
I
don't
feel
know.
like, sorry,
Mhm.
Anita.
Yeah,
I
that's okay.
just my thought was coming into my mouth.
It's perfect. And this is conversation, so go for it.
I think it was with you guys. I feel like we did an interview or something before, or a summit before, and there was a realtor. Do you remember this? Maybe it wasn't you guys, but either which way, it's an important point. This realtor that was saying, I show up in all these spaces. I'm a great realtor. I'm like, can make these spaces. I know how to make them look, feng shui and wonderful to show. And I'm so embarrassed about my own home.
My own home.
I
Mm,
go home and it's utter chaos.
yep.
Yeah, so that
What we
really
show the
burns.
outside world.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And then even if your house is, I mean, we're not necessarily talking here about chaos. It could be,
Hmm.
it could be just more organization or cleanliness or something that's needed. But I'm sure too that with that disorganization and with, the clutter or comes shame and which then, right, when we feel that, then we kind of give up and it gets worse and then we're in the pattern,
Yes.
right?
Mhm.
It's so correct. Um, I we presented last week to Dress for Success in Red Deer, and one of the ladies had a great question. She had been hanging on to a pair of rubber boots because she might need them someday.
Mm.
And then she stopped and she went, I actually think there's a hole in one of them.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And she had never come to it from the perspective of the belief behind why we're hanging on to things.
Hmm.
I've reached out to her since then.
Mhm.
The roots are gone. They're blessed and released. But it was fascinating in all the conversations that we had talking about organizing, and that's why I brought this up. It's not just organizing, Sherry, it's why we're hanging on to
Mhm.
things.
Oh,
Because you can organize clutter. I can organize anything.
yeah.
That's just how my brain works. And I know you can organize clutter. I can go into any space and organize it. That doesn't mean the possessions that you're keeping are supporting you.
Boom.
Well, and I think if you define the word clutter,
Hmm.
clutter is something, one thing that you no longer need, that no longer serves a purpose in your current life and supports the person that you are becoming.
Hmm.
And through no fault of any of us,
No,
okay,
it's nobody's fault.
we have to realize or recognize that for the past, I'm going to say 50 years or more,
More,
okay?
more.
But I'm going to say in the last
Sure.
50, for the most part, that humanity, especially North Americans, where we live, we have been intentionally programmed to be consumers.
Hmm.
And
Oh
to be a
gosh. Yes.
consumer, the consumerism is tied to your overall self-worth. And so there's this scale or this measurement that is absolutely inaccurate, absurd, has no validity, in my opinion. But yet we have all been programmed to believe that I will be more valued and have more worth in my community, in my job, in all of those things if I drive a nicer car, if I have a beautiful house, if I, blah, 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 blah. It just goes on and on and on. But here's the thing, you've been programmed.
Yes.
Just like your
Thank you
computer
for
was
saying.
programmed with Microsoft hardware or whatever, we all have been programmed. And so now we have to, as we're at this stage of our life when the kids have moved out, or the kids moved back and now they're moving back out, or the
Whatever.
grandparents or parents or whatever, the accumulation of stuff from 40 to 50 years. And we have to really look at it through our feng shui eyes
Hmm.
and say, energetically, is having a garage full of my son's stuff or my mother's stuff, is that serving me? Is that making my life more calm? Well, if I can't park my car in the garage, then
Probably not. And I
we're just
never opened the
stuck,
box for 20 years. Yeah.
right?
Exactly.
And so really, I mean, there's so many layers to
Hmm.
all of this. But, I think for Cheryl and I, the very first thing that we want to always do is bring awareness
Yes.
that your home is having an impact on how you show up in life. Your home environment is having an impact on the things, the results that are currently showing up for you in your life. So if you're, feeling any of those, oh my gosh, this isn't working for me or that or whatever, we can look energetically in your home, and chances are we can pinpoint something pretty quickly that will help to unblock that energetic,
Mhm.
so to get the energy moving to flow, right? Um, yeah, and more now than ever, I think it's important for us to really, really take an inventory, analyze the things that we live with in our home, and ask yourself the question, is this item serving me?
Oh, so good, Anita. Yeah. Yeah.
Is it serving me?
Oh
Just
my
think of the
gosh.
the butler, right?
Yeah.
Coming and saying, Madame, this
Yeah.
is for you.
Yeah.
But if it's, oh, now I have to be the butler and I'm cleaning, I'm constantly moving
Mhm.
stuff around,
Yeah.
right, or whatever, then my life force energy is being expended in ways that are not supporting my life purpose, my being authentic,
Yeah.
my being in service.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All of those things are really, really important, but we can't get there if
Yeah.
we're being the butler.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love what you've just shared here. I mean, so much in that. I was just having a conversation just yesterday with a group of people about this whole thing about to remember that we're being so programmed
Right.
all the
Yeah.
time, like, but that not in a yes. I mean, we see a commercial and they you should buy this. Okay. Yes. And we see that and we recognize that's a commercial that wants to sell us something. But even how the commercials are now, they're like little fun stories that try to pull you in. But it's like when you're driving down the road, there's billboards everywhere. When you're standing in line ready to go buy your groceries, there's magazines. When you turn on your social media, there's ads on the side. There, it's
Mhm.
deciding based on what you've done before, what you should see, and la 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 la. And so yeah, we don't even realize that these things that we may think that we want are programmed into us. So I love your question about does this serve?
Yes.
Um, like I'm gonna tell a little quick story that I'm proud of. You guys would be proud of me. I had this
Question
leather.
is, are you proud of you?
Yes, I am.
Then
Yes,
that's all that matters. What we think doesn't matter.
I had this kind of leather jacket thing, and it's my husband bought it for me. I don't know. I maybe wore it once or twice, but it was like he bought it. It was nice, and then it was like then it was feeling, put on some of that menopausal weight, and it was feeling a little not fitting right. But it was like I always kept hanging on to it, thinking, I got it from him. And then and it's a lovely jacket, but then it's like doesn't fit right. But then I'm gonna wear it when I lose weight and and all this stuff. And I just had this feeling that I'm like, I'm gonna bring this with me to this training session and I'm like just sort of going around to people that I looked at and thought would fit it. And I go, I have this beautiful coat. Would you like it? And a couple of people tried it on. One was like, I love this coat. I'm like, yours,
Yes.
right? But I felt really
Beautiful.
good about it because like it was holding on to me too about, well, when I lose this weight, I'm gonna wear this jacket again. And then I thought, you know what? Like
Mhm.
it's even still an old jacket that it's like when I lose weight, I'm gonna free up that space to buy something new and fabulous
Mhm.
that I love, right? That is not like
Perfect.
the thing that I'm trying to it's it's
Mhm.
it's had its time. And no, I
Well, you
don't
were
want to
trying to
throw it
go
out.
backwards.
Mhm.
You were
Yeah.
trying to fit into a
Yeah.
mold that you used to be instead of who you're going to be.
To be, yeah. And I was like, let it go, Sherry. Like,
Good
let
for
it
you.
go. And you'll find something like that or even better. Right? When
Love it.
you meet that goal weight. And it felt really good to release that. And no, not garbage can, because we all know like There's that movie on Netflix about there, everyone forgets that where is this magic world of away? We just don't want to throw everything away and be not caring to our environment. But somebody else would love that freaking jacket. Somebody else
Exactly.
would,
Exactly.
Well, and that's right there. You touched on a couple of things
Hmm.
of the reasons,
We hang
the
on to
top
things.
three reasons that we hold on to things. And I guess most of them are tied to subconscious beliefs and or programs that we received at an
Hmm.
early age that we no longer even bring to our conscious awareness to, look at them unless you work with us and then we help you through that. Uh, but the top three reasons that we hold on to stuff is a sentimental, which you just described,
Hmm.
Mhm.
because somebody that you love gave
Gave
it
it
to
to you.
you. It no longer serves a purpose in your life. It no longer fit you, right? Yet it was hanging there and you felt an obligation to keep it
Guilt.
because your husband, someone that you love, gave it to you. And now that's one thing, right? Imagine looking through your entire home with your
Wow.
feng shui eyes and saying, how many things in my home right now am I holding on to because of sentimental reason? I no longer love them. They do not serve a purpose in my current life. In fact, now I have to be the manager of them and move them around and dust them, and they're taking up valuable real estate in my
Valuable real estate.
home that
Yes.
I would otherwise love to have a space to have my meditation room. I
Yeah.
would love to have my own office space. I
Yeah.
would love to have whatever, right? But energetically, we are holding on to these tangible things because somebody that I love gave them to me and I should keep them. My gosh, what if they came over and
They didn't
oh,
see
they
it.
didn't see that thing that Cheryl gave me for Christmas,
Yeah.
right?
Or
Or
sometimes we're even hanging on to them because Cheryl gave me for Christmas and it's so ugly.
I
But,
know, right?
and I really
Oh,
don't like it. But I'll put
But
yeah.
it
I'm
on
gonna keep
display.
it like think about that
Hmm.
concept. Right? Can I share a story? Can I
Of
share a
course.
story?
Of
You
course.
talked about clothing, and I want to share this story about other items in our house just to give people some perspective. So, after COVID, when we all started working from home and Anita and I were developing more online programs, I renovated and painted my office. And I love color. Anybody, and it's funny because I wore gray today, which is
Yeah.
really weird for me. Anyway, I saw this purple and gray and black and white rug. Now I have an 8x5 or an 8x10 office. It was an 8x5 rug. So considerably covered floor space. Oh my God, I loved the color of that rug. I
Mhm.
just got so excited. I loved it.
Yeah.
So I tried my desk over here and I tried my desk over there and I tried my desk over here and I kept moving my desk and my furniture around. Didn't feel good. Couldn't pinpoint it. Well, Anita and I are teaching a class one night about possessions. Think of the word
Possessed.
possessions.
You're
Possessions,
being possessed,
right? Who
Cheryl.
was in control of my office?
Right. Oh my God,
A
that happens so
freaking
often.
rug.
Yeah,
The
that
rug was determining
yeah,
my comfort.
yeah,
So
yeah.
one of the questions we asked is, do
Holy
we, right?
shit.
Do
Oh
we
yeah.
love it? I loved the rug, but it wasn't serving me.
Yeah.
I was its butler. I was moving things
So
around
true.
because of the freaking rug. So it's funny because they say we teach what we're supposed to learn. Well, that was a holy shift moment for me. The rug got rolled up and sold because it was beautiful and it was literally new.
Yeah.
And I haven't had a rug in my office since then because of the size of my space.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I'm perfectly
Great
fine without a
story.
rug.
Yeah.
But those tangible, and we don't even realize it, that we become the servant to our stuff.
Oh my
I
God.
just felt the call to share that
Happens every
story.
day, all day long. When you start to share that, I'm thinking
Mhm.
about things in my home. And I have a question for you around that. So, let's go back to because for me it's the closet and this what happens to me. I'm assuming it
Sure.
happens to others. You get in the closet and then you're like, I'm cleaning that baby out. Like some stuff has got to go, right? But then you get into the closet and you go, oh, I forgot about that. Like, I love it. know? So then it's like, well, I don't want to get rid of it because I forgot I had it. And then I don't clear out that closet to the degree that
Mhm.
okay, I still have 20 pairs of black pants. Like, I don't need 20 pairs of black pants, but I'm like, but I like them all. What do you do?
Mhm.
Hmm.
Well, that's your own determining factor. Like
Hmm.
you need to decide what's more valuable to you.
Hmm.
Is space more value? Do you feel fantastic wearing them all, or are you saving them because you spent a lot of money? Are you
Hmm.
saving them for when you get down to that size again? Why are you
Hmm.
hanging on to 20 pairs of black pants?
Hmm.
That's the question.
Hmm.
Are you feeling that in the future you can't afford to buy new black pants?
Oh, you know what just landed? When you were saying that, what am I hanging up? Because I'm like, okay, like a lot of them too are just different kinds of tights and things, but like
Hmm.
seriously, I don't need to. But a fear came up, a
Hmm.
fear of like not enough.
Okay.
Like if I get rid of a bunch of them and then it's like I'm down to three and at some point I run out and then it's like,
You
oh,
can't
what a
afford to
waste. I
buy
have to
anything.
go buy them again. Like that would be a waste. And I just had this fear just kind of shoot up when you were saying that. So
Hmm.
And
interesting.
again, there would be an invitation for you, Sherry, to go back and look at maybe a point in your childhood
Hmm.
Hmm.
where you had an experience that maybe you wanted a new pair of pants and your mom told you, no, we can't afford
Oh my
those.
God, that's exactly what that's exactly. Yeah, that's exactly. I was so excited to get my own job because it was like now I can get the
No
pants.
one can tell me what to spend my money on.
Yeah, she's
Okay,
like, we can
so
only afford these. I'm like, but those are like ugly.
okay. So
Yeah.
here we just uncovered very quickly a
Hmm.
subconscious program
Hmm.
that's been running your life for how many years that
Hmm.
you weren't even aware of.
Hmm.
And that is tied to having 20 pairs of pants, right?
Hmm.
So now we want to take out that program and, analyze it and say, oh, thank you, subconscious program. But you know what? That was not my belief to begin with. That was my mother's, and it does not serve me. And the person that I am today, I can absolutely not only go and buy a new pair of black pants if I want, but here's the beautiful thing, just as you did with your jacket, when you gave that
Hmm.
jacket to that person and they were like, oh, oh,
Oh my God.
right? That feeling of
Hmm.
loving it and just and being gifted with something. When we clean out our closets, ladies and
And
gents,
gentlemen.
those items that you've been holding on to, when you go to put them in the bag and you say, you know what, these ones, they're a little bit tight over here. They're not my favorites of the 20 pairs. I'm going to let those go. Just for a moment, think about the person that is going to receive them.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And just think about, oh, how did I feel when I first put those pants on, when I bought them and it was $120 or whatever, and you went, oh, no problem, I got this. Oh, those felt great. So get back to that feeling and kind of bless the bag and say, someone that I am giving these to, someone out there is going to feel that amazing when they put these pants on. And then
Yeah.
just, let that land in your heart for a few minutes. And then Now you've, helped rewire in your little brain there so that it's, yeah, you know what? This is great. Someone else is going to feel great because of my kindness, of my gifting,
Yeah.
and I'm an adult now. I don't have to listen to my mom's,
Beliefs.
limiting beliefs,
Yeah.
and it helps you clear some
Well,
of
and you
that.
know what's coming up for me as you're saying that too, because I'm also thinking, because I've been there
Mhm.
too, there may be some women that are going, yeah, but I don't have a lot of extra money to be, just, oh, if I get rid of all this stuff and then it's like, darn, I shouldn't have got rid of it because I actually needed another pair of black pants, but now I don't really want to spend the money. What was really coming up for me when you're saying that, that's why I love these, value village or wherever these consignments because you can still go, and for $5 or whatever it is, get that new pair of pants that you're excited about for you, right? That someone else has released. They're
Mhm.
done with them energetically or, body wise or whatever it is, but they can still be new and exciting to you, right? And it doesn't
Mhm.
necessarily mean that you're having to, oh, I'm getting rid of all this stuff, but then I have to spend a whole bunch of money on more. Not necessarily, right?
So you also just said something that um, getting rid of it because I might need it someday happens to be another of the top
Mhm.
three reasons that we hold on to stuff. That I might need that someday, so I have to hold on to it. And
Yeah.
now what happens, because you also said as soon as you got rid of those pants, then you went, oh my God, now I need a pair of black pants and I just got rid of them. And this happens
All the
over and
time.
over and over again because what happens again, our subconscious program is so powerful in how it is a directive for our life. So now imagine Sherry held on to that beautiful black pair of pants for let's say 5 years, okay? Because I might need them someday. Um, when I have to go to a conference and whatever. And then she made the decision. She did her spring cleaning. She got, she blessed them and let them go. And then a week later, she got a call. She had to go. And now, oh my God, I needed those pants. So what happens is that we have invested so much energetic time into holding on to something because I might need it someday that the
Oh,
benevolent
magical day.
quantum universe that
You
we
got it already.
live in says, oh, Sherry, you poor thing. You wanted to keep those because you might need them. I'm going to create the situation for you. Don't worry, where you're going to need them again, right? Because we are all creators. We are all very good manifestors. And it's not always about those things that we think, oh, I want to manifest this and I'm positive and all that, right? We're manifesting all
The
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 time.
time.
So I might need it someday.
is manifesting.
Is the benevolent universe giving you it back because you invested so much time and energy? Hence the reason why so important to bless those items when you are
Mm,
releasing them,
yeah, I
get
was
to the
gonna
root
ask
of
that.
that belief or that subconscious program, rewire, right? Just take a few deep breaths and just imagine the person that's going to be receiving that item. And then you're actually then closing an energetic loop. You're
I love
completing
that.
it.
Do you guys love
Mhm.
that out there? I love that. Like
Yeah.
just that peace that feels like
Mhm.
such closing such a beautiful loop.
Yeah. And
Um,
we don't realize it. We don't realize that it was a belief we were brought up with.
yeah.
That I might need it someday. Can I share another story? Can I share a story,
Yeah,
Cheryl?
of course, of course. Please.
So when we were teaching one of our programs, Anita and I always do the work that we're asking our clients and students to do. So my nemesis was this drawer in our garage and the cupboard underneath it because it would be like, wiggling it back and forth, trying. It was so stuffed, you could barely open the
Oh yeah.
door.
Who has one of
Everybody,
those? I have one.
exactly.
Everybody has
Okay.
at least one of those.
At least one. So I took everything out of the drawer. I took everything out of the cupboard that was underneath it and put it all on the counter. This is in the garage. And I am laughing and giggling as I'm going through this stuff because in amongst a lot of it was a bag of spikes. I'm not talking high heeled. I am talking nails that are 4 inches long and they're probably, a quarter of an inch diameter. Okay. Spikes.
Hmm.
And another container had a whole bunch of fencing staples. So anybody that's a farm girl and has worked around barbed wire knows a fencing staple. They're kind of a U shape, and you pound them into the fence post while hanging onto the fence post to hold the barbed wire in place.
Yeah.
I live in a city. I haven't been on a
But
farm
you
since I
don't
was
know, and you might need
18.
those.
When I left the farm, my dad created this kit, some tools and what, because I might need them someday. For 40 years, I moved the
Those
spikes
things.
and the staples and
Come out
all
of
the
your
other
house.
stuff he had given me because I might need them someday. Now, it sounds hilarious. And when I realized why I was hanging on to them, my dad was one of 12. He grew up in the 30s.
Yeah.
They lived on a farm. They had nothing.
Yeah. You
And they
hang on to
reused
everything.
everything.
Yeah.
So it was a belief that I was brought up with. And when you stop and ask yourself, why am I hanging on to them? And you hear the words, I might need it someday.
Hmm.
Stop for a second and ask whose belief that really is.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It
Yeah.
will shift a lot.
Yeah.
Another holy shift moment.
Another
We've had
holy
lots of
shift
holy shift moments.
moment. Holy shift. Well, yeah, and I want to ask everyone out there, are you feeling, because I'm feeling energy as you talk about this, because yeah, it's that I like I feel it energetically in me. I
Mhm.
feel the emotion of some of this because it's like it drives me a little bit nuts when you go, oh, I don't know, whatever it is. I just need a this kind of nail to put that thing up. But I know that I have them somewhere. But then it's like the junk is so that, you can't find them.
Mhm.
Or, I've bought them 6 times, these special nails. I find them in this
It's
thing.
easier to buy them than find them.
And then it's just like, and I don't know, but again, that's a belief I was brought up with. We don't have a lot of money, you don't waste, you don't. So it's like, hang on to these things. But then how much time, which are one of our biggest assets or that, right, or values is time. How much time do I waste looking for these nails that are $1.98 a package or whatever, right?
Mhm.
And it's like, yeah, but I
Mhm.
feel emotion around, I don't want to have to go buy them again. I know they're here somewhere. And in maybe in 2050, when I'm hanging up a picture on the wall, I'm going to need them. Like it's
Mhm.
actually rather silly when you when you think
Yeah.
about it. Right? But it feels
And
like there's energy
yeah,
or emotion around
Mhm.
it. Mhm.
and there is so much emotion attached to our
Mhm.
possessions and
Mhm.
everything that is showing up right now physically in your home environment is anchoring and reaffirming an emotion, a belief. It's anchoring it.
Okay, say that again.
So,
I think that's really important. Say that
mhm.
again.
So what do you want it to anchor? Do you want to anchor it in something that, I'm just looking around Cheryl's office here, something that she could say, you know what? Oh, I absolutely love this rock because who gave it to you,
My friend gave it to me.
right?
And I
So,
do love this rock. That's why it's in my office.
so emotional attachment, you know, is it supporting her in her current life? Yes, because it's right there
Mhm.
that she gets to see, right? So she's um, that visual impact that's happening. It's reaffirming the thought of believe in yourself,
Mhm.
right? And again, we put these things in our office or our living spaces or our bedrooms, and you don't realize the impact that you are constantly receiving this information. I mean, our this is way more powerful than the computer that we're on right now. It has
Yeah.
way better software, hardware, all of that stuff,
It's had
right?
many updates.
Yeah. And so we're constantly receiving all of this information. And if you have that little picture on the wall that has that cute saying that says, I don't know, I only drink wine,
On
or
days ending in Y.
whatever. You know how you get some of those silly sayings, right? But now that's going in every day. Every day you pass by that picture that's sitting there in your office, or maybe it's in the hallway or whatever, right? You're not consciously aware, but that message it's there. It's
Mhm.
you're being programmed with whatever that is.
With everything in your house.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
that's so true for, the picture that you hang on the wall that says, "Oh my, that was belonged to somebody that I know, maybe my ex-husband." Right. Like we had a situation that was
Tell the
great.
story. Tell the
That was
story.
a great story.
Yeah.
We actually worked with a client in her business office. She had moved. She was expanding her business. She had many employees, very successful. And her and her husband had divorced. They shared custody of their child. And one of her complaints, so one of the things, the results that kept showing up in her life was she felt that he was too involved in her life, in her business. She felt that he was, you know, overseeing or looking over her shoulder and, that kind of thing. We went into her office and there was this picture hanging on the wall
Above here.
behind her desk. And in feng shui, we say, "So tell me about this," right?
Mhm.
We don't make assumptions,
Mhm.
even though I
Right.
might
We're
not
not going to
like the
come in and say,
picture.
get rid of that and do this.
I'm going to say,
No,
"Oh, that's the ugliest picture I ever saw." I'm not going to say
no.
that. Or, "Oh, that color's not
It's
right,"
usually tell us about it.
right? Because it's all personal. So tell us about it. So she started to tell us about this picture, and the picture was a picture that they had received as a wedding gift, her and her husband. Okay. And it was a very beautiful picture that looked like something, a couple would be sitting, enjoying their retirement. And obviously that didn't happen, right?
Mhm.
But energetically, her subconscious mind knew that this picture had been given as a wedding gift. So that energetically still tied her and her husband together that way. And that future had been severed by the divorce, but yet the picture was still anchoring and
Mhm.
reaffirming a future together in retirement. Does
Yeah.
that make sense?
Yeah. Because we're just disregarding this stuff all the like,
We
oh, it's
are.
just there and it's been there for 10 years and it's a nice picture.
Mhm.
Right? Yeah,
Yeah.
but again, those subconscious programs are way more powerful. So, anyways, we had the discussion with her. She was like, ah,
It came down.
Take it down.
and then,
Instantly.
right? And then there were a few other things that we helped her adjust in her office
Mhm.
that made her feel more supportive, more independent.
More in control of her business.
We actually put her in the command position in her entire space in her office so that she would get more respect not only from her fellow employees, and guess what? Things shifted. They shifted so much that within what, a year and a half, maybe two
We had
years,
2 years.
she actually had to expand her space, her business one more time to a larger retail space, which we were happy to go. And
Mhm.
she called us
Mm,
like,
love that.
okay, you have
Yeah.
to come and help us set this
Because she
space up.
saw how
Oh,
important
Yes.
this
it,
is
the
to
results.
whatever it is you're creating. Like what I'm getting from you guys, we have to really realize how important this component is to manifestation and creation of what, and I think it's often the last thing that we look at.
Hmm.
100% it's the
Hmm.
last because become complacent in our own spaces.
Hmm.
So, I mean, we have all kinds of stories
Hmm.
from clients and why we hang on to things. So when we called this Finding Calm, I don't even remember the title, but it was about creating that calm space in this chaotic world. When we can look at our environments at home and we come home and we go, there's actually a really good commercial on TV for Lazy Boy that you come home and I deserve to relax and I deserve to sit down and I deserve, and it's all about the furniture, yes, but in reality, your home should be your sanctuary. You shouldn't have to go on a holiday unless you want adventures. You want to change the scenery, but going on a holiday to escape your home and then bringing on like why we do things. Again, it's
Hmm.
like current results. What are the results showing up for your life? Ideally, you want to go home because you love your home
Yeah, you just
and
feel
everything in it.
thing. And
Everything has
mm-hmm.
energy.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And you talk about Toy Story. Have you ever seen the movie Toy Story?
Mm-hmm.
And all the toys come alive?
Yeah.
Well, so everybody watching right now, just take a deep breath and close your eyes and just settle for a second. Take another deep breath. Now imagine everything in your home coming to life. Is it screaming for your attention? Is it running chaotically all over the house like children when they're on sugar? What's going on for you when you imagine that? What comes to your mind, Sherry?
Mm. Yeah, for me it's just like, oh, it's a lot of
A
noise.
lot of stories, a lot
Yeah,
of
for sure.
noise.
And I'm right away, because of our conversation as we were saying this, it's like I need to thin out because like I don't really care what a lot of these things have to say, but there's some of them that I really want to hear from.
Mm,
Hmm.
cool.
Yeah,
So it's a fun little exercise to imagine
that is.
because
It's a
the
great
things that are
exercise.
screaming at you, for those that have stacks and stacks and stacks of books, especially by their bed, and if their end result is they don't sleep well, all those books are calling for their attention.
Yeah.
It's
And what
like
are they
whispers in
saying?
the
You
night
still haven't
going,
read me,
read me, read me, read me, read
or
me,
are
read me,
they
read
just
me.
saying, I'm here supporting you, the words here? Like, yeah, totally.
Hmm. Well, and here we are right now today uh, on women, 40 over 40, right? This beautiful platform that gives um, people the opportunity to have more self-awareness, self-development. And we're come or we're drawn here because we know that there is something out of balance in
Mhm.
our life. And we're
Hmm.
striving, we're looking for that magic pill, that
Right.
inspiration, that one thing that is going to help to shift us from procrastination to,
Mhm.
or from overwhelm to, or from anxiety to, or whatever the case may be, everyone that has signed up for this summit over the next 3 days is here because they are searching, they're wanting something. And that, is true for going to a weekend retreat. We go because we're feeling the call. We're feeling that we're out of that homeostasis. We're out of balance somewhere. And we're looking for that peace and that harmony, that direction. And then we come, so we embark on these little journeys, whether it's online or in person. And then we come back to our home environment and we're excited because, oh, I just heard Anita and Cheryl and da da da, or I just heard Sherry, I just heard D Rose Hope, and or right there we get excited because of the information that we just learned or heard, and then we go back to our physical environment, our home. The energy there is very dense. And if everything is alive with energy and it's talking to you, and that noise, right, is telling you, Sherry, you can't fit into those pants right now. You'll have to wait till you lose some weight. What does that do to your self-worth? Oh my God, look at all that stuff over in the corner. You didn't deal with that. Like, who do you think you are?
Mhm.
And oh, and you don't deserve that. So then you have to hold on.
Mhm.
The stories, the noise
The
is
noise.
going on. So my suggestion for everyone here over the next 3 days, over the weekend, is take 20 minutes. That's our TIP, Cheryl and I.
Mhm.
We coach this, use it all the time. 20 is plenty. Put the
Mm.
timer on your phone, shut
Mhm.
everything, all the notifications off. Pick that one drawer, that one space. Maybe it's the one shelf in your bathroom that makes you feel crazy in the morning. Or maybe it's the junk drawer where you can't find the screw that you need to hang up the picture or
Mhm.
whatever. Take 20 minutes a day and give yourself the opportunity to say, do I love it? Do I need it? Does it serve a purpose in my current life? Does it support the person I am becoming? And
Yeah.
if the answer is no, then lovingly bless it
Mm.
and bless it into
Let
someone
someone
else's
else.
life.
I love that.
Okay.
That's a great tip, which I was going to ask you for, and I love your 20 plenty to give those people that are like, okay, where do I even start? So
Where do
that's
I start?
wonderful. And I know I have done that not knowing that I'm doing something sometimes.
Hmm.
It's like, why in the middle of all this chaos did I just decide that now's the
I'm
time?
dealing with it.
But it feels so good to just
Mhm.
go there. Like it just feels like that feels better. And now I got momentum and I can carry on.
Right.
So
And
I love that.
sometimes, and the biggest self-development gurus will tell you that it's not about these huge things.
Yeah.
Paradigm
If you
shifts.
want, if you want to shift, it's like a
One
1%
little thing a
shift
day.
a
Yeah.
day. And so your 20 is plenty adds up to over 7 hours in 21 days,
Yeah.
right?
And what could you accomplish in that amount of
Yeah.
time?
7
Like it's a
hours.
whole day of
Exactly. Yeah.
reorganizing and stuff. So that's amazing.
Hmm.
Okay, so we have run out of time. We're running rapidly out of time. I want to give you guys an opportunity. Thank you for this discussion, by the way. I think
Like
it's,
flu.
I know, well, right? That's when you're talking about, and you guys are such a joy to chat with. So, excuse me, but I want to give you time to share a little bit about your, excuse me, free gift for everyone. Calm your nervous system with chakra balancing meditation. Is that right?
Hmm. Hmm. Taking a few minutes for ourselves is not selfish, it's necessary. And at the
Mhm.
end of the day, at the beginning of the day, if we can take a few minutes and just calm down, retreat within to our sanctuary, our personal sanctuaries, that chakra balancing meditation just helps things go into alignment.
Ooh, love it. Love
And
it.
you
Oh,
can, yeah, you can listen to it as many times as you want.
Absolutely.
It's there. It's our gift
perfect.
for you, along with an ebook called Seven Steps to Harmony, Money, Harmony.
Ah,
Uh,
nice.
Everything is energetically in
Hmm.
flow, connected to. And the 7 steps, it's a beautiful ebook that will give you actionable steps that you can take 20 minutes a day if you
Hmm.
like, right? Or if you have more time, by all means, but they're designed to help you start, right? To get, where do I go next? What can I do?
Awesome.
And then we support you with a daily email in
Hmm.
that with some other tips
Tips.
Wow.
that we have.
It's a great
Yeah.
gift. Hmm.
Well, we
Thank you for
appreciate
that.
what you're doing, and we appreciate those that are tuning in. So
Hmm.
That's
thank you.
wonderful. So the link for that will be there in the comments. So make sure you click on that, make sure it's working and take
Hmm.
advantage, of course. And then as well, I know you have a VIP gift for those who are looking to upgrade to VIP. You want to share a little bit about that?
Imagine room to breathe.
Hmm. Room to Breathe is our 21-day on-demand program that you
Hmm.
can access when it works for you.
Hmm.
It is packed full of a lot of things that we talked about today,
Hmm.
the top 3 reasons we hold on to stuff and how we can release them with joy and gratitude, how we can energetically open up that flow again so that we are feeling like we're in balance and harmony. It's a beautiful program. And Cheryl and I have, developed it over many
Hmm.
years. So we make
Hmm.
sure that it's got a lot of
Current.
value in there for
Yes.
you. And of
Nice.
course, we're only a little email, we're only a click away. We love supporting anyone in our community.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, so
Awesome. Okay, so link for upgrading to VIP is in the comments as well. And when you do that, you get recordings like this one for yourself for the next year. You can watch them at your leisure. You get these incredible gifts like this one that Anita and Cheryl just mentioned. And as well, you get your name in the draw for that $500 cash to spend with the speakers or speakers of your choice.
Yeah, we can
Uh,
work with you.
let them help you have a holy shift in your life, and maybe you could win that and work with Anita and Cheryl. Thank you both so much. This has been just such a wealth of enlightenment, this conversation, and thank you for saying yes and being here. One little last word you want to share with anybody, with everyone, sorry.
Take a moment. Just take a moment. And we say 20 is plenty, but you can do this in a moment. Pick up something that is near you, close to you, and ask yourself,
Mm.
do I love it? Do
Mhm.
I need it? Is it serving
Is it
me?
serving?
That's how fast things can change. Because if
mhm,
the answer
Great.
isn't a hell yes,
Yeah,
then why are you hanging on to it?
great. Love that.
mhm.
Love it. Thank you, ladies. I appreciate you so much. And it's
Thank
been
you,
a
Sherry, and thank
joy.
you everyone for being here.
Great. We'll talk to you, I'm sure, soon. Okay. Thank
Yay.
you.